Hello everybody and welcome back to Ethereal SMP. This is episode 10 and today is a somewhat special episode, or at least it is going to be a special episode on this channel because I'm going to be doing a server tour. Episode 11 will mark this series being my longest, so I thought I'd do a small celebration on episode 10 because it's a milestone, sort of. The server is in no way finished. I just thought it would be a nice idea to have a look around, see what everyone has built, check out different bases and see how everyone is getting along. So first of all, I just want to put on shaders so everything looks a little bit nicer. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll get on the video. So some cheap special effects later from the BBC in the 1970s, and we've got shaders on. It doesn't look too amazing at spawn, purely because there's a lot of glass in it. It really lowers the frame rate. But hopefully, as we do get away from spawn, it will act a bit better frame rate wise, so it looks a bit better on the video. But first of all, build 1. This is spawn. I built this by myself. Episode 1 mainly, but I did do some off camera because it got fairly boring and repetitive. But this is a build I came up one day when I was bored. And I decided to build it as a spawn for Ethereal. So yeah, the dragon egg and the magic purple magenta glass thing was added slightly later than the rest of spawn. That was added after episode 7, where we defeated the Ender Dragon. But the little portal areas down here were added a little bit more recently, just so we can connect up to the Nether hub and travel by the Nether. It just makes things a little bit easier if there are portals in spawn. But there's not really much functionality to this spawn, apart from there's a lot of area underneath where we could do builds in the future. There is a communal skeleton farm down there, but purely because I did region spawn to make no mobs able to spawn, it doesn't really work all that well. But hopefully I will come up with some kind of fix for that later. But it's not really in demand as much as it would be if there were a lot more people active playing on the server. So that's not really that much of a big deal. But we're going to move on to the area surrounding spawn. Now this is very much an ongoing project and will probably be in progress until the final day of the server. But knowing Manji, he won't have got episode 1 out by then. So yeah, what is that? Is that within 5 minutes? Because I think I've broken a record on insulting Manji there. But no, this is the shopping / utility area. It is a work in progress, as I have said. You can see there's a lot of dirt blocks. Those are marking paths. But there are a handful of shops around here. First of all, this wasn't built first, but this is the closest as I came down. This is my edible emporium. I provide free mushroom soup and sell some food. And it's got a nice little cafe vibe to it. We've got my sugarcane shop just over here, where I sell sugarcane, which you can use for more sugarcane farms, or just for making fireworks for your elytra. Up here, my third and final shop is my fishing goods, which a little bit has been moved to the edible emporium because I used to buy fish, sell fish just there. But I also still sell mending books, 1 for 3 diamonds, which is fairly cheap, and the rest of the books you get from AFK fishing. These are all just random books. Those are only 1 diamond each. And I also sell saddles and name tags. Moving on to the next shop, just under this log here, there is X's Little Grocery Store Company, where he sells assorted foods and potions and wood and stuff. I think it's supposed to be like wooden stuff, like wooden planks, like a bit of wordplay, but it doesn't really work. I'm joking, it's actually quite good. But over here we've got Moose's dye and banner shop. This is where Moose sells different dyes, if he has some, there we go, has some in stock, and some wool. He also takes custom requests for banners. Oh god. This wasn't on the script. Okay, back on track. This is all the shops that are currently here, really. Those are stables over there, but I'll go over that in a second. But the area around spawn, I am working on landscape in it, so it looks a lot better. You can see over here I've got some of these mesa pillars. I just think they kind of work, they're quite nice. I've also smoothed out the desert quite a bit because it just looks really jagged how it spawns in vanilla. But yeah, it is an ongoing project, just sort of smoothing the world out, making it look a bit nicer, especially the area around spawn with the shops. But one of my favourite areas on the server is down here, which is a big mob farm. So just for the purpose of this video, because it's sort of a server showcase, I'm just going to switch it to peaceful for a short while, so I'll be right back. Okay, so there we go, it's now on peaceful, so we're not going to get ambushed by any nosy mobs. But down here is possibly my favourite area on the server so far. We've got this nice little cliff face here. It sort of transitions sort of into a mesa biome. This pillar holding it up, but it sort of looks like a river has been through here and eroded all of this, because you've got this nice sloping wall which sort of goes back to a certain point. What I really like about this, I better take these boots off. What I really like about this place is the fact it's like a little cavern with this little lake slash river that runs through it, and I just think it's really a nice bit of like ambience, as opposed to heavy industrial shops that would just be here otherwise. It's a nice change of pace, and you know, not every area is going to be perfect. Some areas will have small ravines or like ditches or other things that will make the area not too suitable for building, so I think this just kind of works for that. But over here we do have the enchanter, where there's not much of a big deal here, but people can come, enchant their items, and use these anvils. Alright, hello Manji. But this is largely spawn. You might have seen a big present over here. This is the Secret Santa. This is temporary. This will be going after Christmas. But no, this has been spawn. My next stop is my shack, just over there. I'll see you there. So here we are at my shack. This has been my base of operations for a fairly long time, and it still will be for a good few episodes, while I get my proper base on my island up and running, which we'll be going and seeing in a minute. But oh, my sound system crashed, brilliant. But this is a fairly basic build, built into the side of a mesa, which I built fairly quickly on the first night. Not the wood bit, it was just literally a hole where the walls were made of the clay. But I have since expanded, connected it up to spawn with a path. And down here I've got a fairly basic farm, carrots and potatoes, not too much of a big deal. But over here we've got a pig farm, well, not really a farm, it's just sort of a pig pen. I don't really use it too often, since I've got a good source of chicken and a lot of fish, which I get from AFK fishing. But if we come inside, past the dragon head and my mailbox, then we find this little hub area where I've got some utilities, as well as a chest storing mementos, like my first wooden pickaxe, and my deaths. So that's my one and only death from a hidden pocket of lava in the nether, which is a bit annoying. But I've also got a bed and an entrance to a small farm slash a slime farm that doesn't really work. But in here I've got my AFK fishing farm, a small chest if I just need to store things in a hurry, the chest for my AFK fishing farm, Jerry the pig. Through here we've got my storage area. It's not automated, it's just a few chests. I've got a portal so I connect up to the nether. In here we've got a small nether wart farm, a disposal area, temporary shulker boxes. Got a what's happened here? But anyway, I've got a small automatic sugarcane farm. Doesn't really do much, but it supplies my shop, and a nice chicken automatic chicken farm just there. Okay, so that is my shack. So let's move on to the next build, which I think will be the nether hub. Here we are in the nether hub, possibly the biggest build so far, not counting spawn because that's fairly organic, just natural terrain mostly. This is the biggest build so far, which connects up a lot of the main portals. I did this pretty much all on my own, with very little help, and it's pretty impressive. I still work in progress a little bit because I still need to connect up some portals, and you can see I am not really very good at finishing projects, but we have a large portion of the portals currently connected up in some form. So we've got Moose's portal, Manji's tunnel area. We've got this path which leads to my woodland mansion, Noman's temple, and Cat's hole. If you'll excuse the pun. We've got a area over here which I plan to make some kind of mail/delivery system. We've got Jade's tunnel. If I can point, Jade's tunnel and Tank's tunnel area. Over here we have the big spawn portal, the big main one. I try to make it obvious with the design up there, so kind of like the moon. Got the dark oak forest portal, the portal that leads to my shack, the portal that leads to my island. I like how they're next to each other. The portal that leads to the stable, which I'll be checking out next, and a work in progress area down here, which has all sorts of utilities like chests and an enchanting table. Up here isn't too impressive. The sides are more impressive, honestly. It's just a small plateau area, and over there will be some more pathways along the outside. One for like building admin duties, and two for possibly more tunnels leading off in different areas. But over here we have Vic's tunnel area and X's tunnel area. However, it has been adapted into a unfinished but secondary hub area where the stronghold area comes off, like you saw in episode 9. The ice spikes biome comes off. X's goes off in that way, and it's a secondary entrance to Vic's area, which is just here. And there's, again, it's a work in progress. But no, I'm very proud of the Nether Hub. I like the sky design, how it's quite dark. It looks a bit weird in shaders because it's a lot redder than normal. Obviously the Nether is fairly red, and as you go away the distance does fade into red, but the red definitely is emphasized, there you go, in shaders. But I do like the night sky design that really does look a lot better in shaders. But for our next showcase area, we are going to be going to the stable. So we are here at the stable. This is one of my smaller but one of my more cozy builds. That looks quite nice. I like that. There's spawn just up there in all of its blinding glory. But just over here we have a Zelda themed stable. I did take some inspiration from an adaptation that's been onto YouTube with the Minecraft horse's head. But I really like how this turned out. It's based on the stables from Breath of the Wild. Got a nice campfire / cooking area here, just like in the game. Got some crates and boxes, a crafting table, which I guess could like act as a crate, but it's just there so you can craft if you need to. I do like the decorative crates. Inside we've got some decoration and the main area there. Inside there are a fair number of utilities, another crafting table, got some communal chests, some stairs if you want to sit down, but I can't, I've got a chicken in my hand. There we go, just like that you can sit down. That's the nether portal area. Got a anvil and a furnace here just in case you need to use it, with some spare coal. Some beds in case you want to set your spawn. But the main point of the stable, because it is a stable, is just over here. So you can buy a horse over there. Oops, that was a mistake. Or you can leave a horse to your left. So if you want to store a horse while you're checking out spawn, you can leave a horse here. You can see I've left Epona. Pun intended. But you can leave horses here. Just leave your name on the sign. And over here, if you want to buy a horse, unfortunately 2 of them are gone from when we went to the stronghold, because Manji and Cat needed horses, and I haven't really got around to restocking them. But you get a name tag and a free lead. Both of those come in the 5 diamond price, so you can buy horses if you want to. But I am very proud with this stable. I think it's quite a nice build. It didn't take too long, only a couple of hours, including perfections. This built separately, and the decoration, it's ongoing. I still need to create a sort of forest area that's going to go around here. But like I say, the area in Spawn is a work in progress. So yeah, that has been the stable. Now I'm going to go and check out my island. So I've emerged at my mushroom island, and you can see it's still a bit messed up from last episode. I have not gotten to the custom biomes, but I am very proud of my work so far. This was a mushroom island, as you can see from the mushroom cows walking around, but I have since transformed it from mycelium into grass for a future project where I'm going to make a lot of custom biomes on the surface of the island, and my base will be in a large cave system underground. It won't be a vanilla cave. It will be a custom built, very detailed cave, which I'm really looking forward to. But there's not really much to say. I've got a basic setup over here with my nether portal, chests upon chests of mycelium. But there's not really much to say here. A lot of the work is going to come from the terraforming and the cave. But yeah, there's not really much. It's pretty impressive, I would say. Like, not to blow my own trumpet, but it's pretty impressive. I made it all grass. Because that was a good few days of my life, which I'm not going to get back. But no, there wasn't really much to talk about. So I think next I'm going to go to Moose's base on his mushroom island. Here I am. I find myself on Moose's mushroom island. I always muck that up. I can never get that right. This is the second clip and I've still mucked it up. But no, this is his base. He's done quite a lot of work with it. It is still mycelium. He is not going to transform it, I don't think. Not in the near future. You can see it's just south from spawn. That big circular build is spawn, just here. It's just south from spawn, about 400 blocks. It's a short trip on horse, let alone the nether. Takes about 30 seconds max in the nether, and that's including the portal travelling times. But you can see he's got a nice dark oak house here. It's still a work in progress. He doesn't really get that much time to come online, so it's quite good that he's already done this much progress. Not like it's been a month or anything. But you know, he's got a small storage system here. He's got a bed. He does like to keep a lot of pets. He does have good old horse here, Eeyore, and a good few parrots sitting around the place, or as he calls them, burbs. I will never get that. But now you can see he's got a lot of mushroom cows and a lot of mycelium with mushroom blocks that I think he might make a shop with in the future, I think he said. I could be mistaken. But over here, he has a big sheep farm for his wool/banner shop that I showed you earlier. He's got a small double tall flower farming station. In here, this is his nether room. It's not really a room, it's just sort of a hole in the wall. I quite like it. It's got a nice overhang. But this is the farming area over here. He has a nice area for potatoes. Over there he has an AFK fishing farm, but he's got potatoes here and wheat here. They're not insanely big, but I think the fact that they aren't massive industrial farms and they're just sort of more nice looking aesthetic farms that do serve a purpose, I think that's quite nice. Because a lot of people nowadays focus on big bases that only really have useful things in them rather than things that look nice. That's what my old base used to look like, but I've decided to go this time for a much more aesthetic cave design rather than having every inch somewhat usable for a farm or like a utility. But no, this has been Moose's place. I did build this big wall. He asked me to, because he wanted to protect against mobs outside. You can see he's got Elliot. I think that's Elliot Jr. I think the original Elliot died, ironically from a creeper explosion. But he does have Elliot Jr. there to keep out creepers and different mobs that may try to get through the gate into the wall. That is why he asked me to build it. You can see here he's already lost 2 iron golems, Jared the golem and Eric the golem. But the Mushroom Island does extend for quite a while that way. You can see it's sort of like Italy, where it's like a boot shape, which I find quite funny if nothing else, because he's got like a mini Italy just on like tacked onto the side of his island, because there's not really much connecting it. But anyway, this has been Moose's place. I quite like it. He did have a mushroom biome on FS, Fallout Salvation, and he did make a good job of that, so I'd like to see what he's going to make here. But our next stop is going to be Cat's Hole, and I think Cat is home, so let's go over there. So here we are at Cat's Hole, but there's nothing here, I hear you say. Probably not, but as you can see, inconspicuously in the side of this hill there is a small base. This was Cat's starting area. He's got another portal over here, and I'm severely lagging. Let me just restart chunks. And a small furnace areas over here. Then he extended up here, made a small farm which looks over the small amount of jungle you can see. But this is where it gets cool, and this is where I helped out. Like he's got a bunch of cats all over the place. There's like we've got Jerry, Ellis, Whoops, Oops the second, Oops the third, and Oops the fourth. Whoops and all the Oopses were all mistakes. Like actually not kidding, they were. But this is Cat's cave, and this is going to be really cool. I did help earlier today, basically do the cave design. If you want a sneak peek of what my base is going to look like, it won't be too dissimilar from this. But you can see all the cats just sitting around here. More farm area over here, but this was basically just a sort of rectangular room that was sculpted on this side around the edge of the hill, because he's just basically excavating the whole hill, which I think is pretty cool. But I did help with this cave design, and it is still a work in progress. Not all of it is done, but I did do a nice water feature here. If you can see, knowing YouTube, it will not be visible, but it is sort of terraformed around here. But let's see if Cat is home. Yep, there he is, just down here. Wow, he has done a lot of work in about half an hour since I was last here. I could probably just lighter it down, couldn't I? There we go. Hello there, Cat. You wanna? Do we like his hole? I'll put a poll on the right, on the top right of the video. Do we like Cat's hole? Bread slap, yes, very true. But honestly, I think we've gone far enough into Cat's hole. We've seen enough of Cat's hole. So yeah, we are going to head on to Manji's base, because Manji is online, and we can also say hello to Manji. So yeah, let's go over there now. Sure, Cat, sure. So here we are at Manji's base. Manji is home, and he's accusing me of TPing, which I did not do. But no, this is Manji. Say hello, Mango. Is he gonna say hi? Oh, yeah, there we go. He says hola. Is the H silent? I really don't know. I did not pay attention in Spanish. But this is Manji's base. It's not finished in any sense of the word, and unfortunately he's missed all possibility to start making videos, because he's already done half his base. He's done half of his base without making any video, and that is a shooting star. Well, it is a shooting star, but no, that is his fault, and he has totally ruined his life and everyone else's, and we will all hate him forever because he does not make videos anymore. But in other news, I do quite like his base and the way he's taking it. He's got small farm areas with more to come. One over there, I'm pretty sure. And he's got some cows over here for leather and steak, obviously. He has brought grass over, legit. And he does travel from here to his small area over there, which is a really messy island that he can never clean up, even after being literally told to multiple times, because he is useless. Also, nobody go and subscribe to Manji Sage, because he tries to leave a comment saying that on my on every video I post, pretty much, and I've literally had to blacklist those words. So basically, any comments that hold the word subscribe and Manji Sage in the same sentence are held for approval before they get actually posted onto my video. But that aside, you know, just go and harass him to make some videos, because he told all of you to harass me. So you go and harass him. Go and harass Manji Sage. Before I introduce you to Vic's base, I just want to say that Manji did just tell me the release date for his first Ethereal video, and apparently if he really speeds things up, really gets himself going, then it will be out by 20th of February 2018. I mean, he didn't specify 2018, I just kind of assumed it might be 2019. But no, this is Vic's base. I have helped out a little bit. These are his animal pens, which I totally didn't spawn in for him, since he wouldn't stop complaining about having no livestock after choosing to claim a mesa biome. But this is his little cave thing. It's no more than a thing, really. I'm joking, that's actually quite nice. Down here we've got Vic's study. It's all very wooden, which I quite like, but that's not an insult in any way. He's got a nice little chair, which I cannot sit on because I'm holding chicken. Chairs do not like chicken. Bad chairs. But over here we have a nether portal. This is basically all one corridor, but over to the side we have farm areas. Half the wheat is missing, and he's got a bunch of crap in a chest. Lovely, but never mind. Down here we have a hopefully temporary bed, a floor that I helped make, a to-do list. So he's got finish hut, work on SA. I don't know what SA is. Vic, I need answers. What is SA? Number 3, work on outside, probably up there. Get more trees, get books and bookshelves. I love how it goes 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 divided by 1. Okay, never mind. Down here we have a. I like this. Is this not? I don't think this is natural. Is it? I don't know, but I like it. Keep this in some form. Got a small storage room. I've always thought this looked unfinished, but apparently it's finished, I suppose, since he's carried on down here. This is. I hope this is unfinished. I mean, look at the walls. It's got bird crap all over it. Oh, we've got furnaces. I haven't seen this before, actually. This is completely brand new to me. So we've got some furnaces. That is the best. If this was a faction server and I found this chest, I would be God, right? This is like the best haul from any faction's base ever. Like, wow. Like screw the enchantment table, screw any diamonds he's got lying around, you know. Just this. This is the proper. This is the best loot. But no, I think I'm gonna go to tank space now. Behind me, I have tanks. Wooden castle. It is the most structurally sound castle in existence. Why didn't the Normans think of? Why didn't the Vikings think of this? You know, screw longboats. Use all you wood to make big wooden castles. Like, seriously. Like, forget about fire. Wood has no weakness. brilliant, absolutely brilliant, brilliant, wonderful castle. But this is Tank Space, or as I call it, Tankashi's Castle, because, well, one, it's a nice reference slash play on words slash pun, and two, Takashi's Castle was made of foam, which really isn't it really is not much more structurally sound than a massive wooden castle. I mean, it's literally made. It's not even the nicest wood colour anyway. You could have used spruce or dark oak and it would have been at least 2% better. I mean, come on. But we do have a farm area over here. Some flowers, which I assumed Anna did, but I'm not too sure. This is his house, if you want to call it a house, and he's got another portal. He also has claimed a big ice spikes biome, so he has said in the future he will be making a packed ice shop, which I'm looking forward to. But since I will be using quite a bit, probably anyway, I'll probably be using quite a bit. But no, this has been Tank Space. There's not really much to look at. He has sort of cleared out the area of grass, which I suppose might be useful if he's planning on making some kind of town to surround the castle. I'm just thinking, like, if the castle, normally castles are made of stone and the town is normally made of wood because it's a bit cheaper, like, you know, in medieval castles and medieval towns. And the houses, so the castles are made of stone and the houses are made of wood. If the castle is then made of stone, are the houses going to be, what are the houses going to be made out of? Dirt? Just something really not useful at all? Because, you know, that's how I see this going. I mean, if it was supposed to be a joke, then I'm just going to end up really upsetting Tank. You know, great build, 10 out of 10. Let's move on. And here we have a base built by a genuinely good builder, someone who I actually respect as a Minecraft player. This is Jade's base. I showcased this on episode 6, I want to say. I think it's episode 6 anyway. But this is, it's moved on quite a bit. First of all, deforestation. Second of all, I love the iron farm. I just want to say that again. I love the iron farm. And once more, I love the iron farm. There we go. But there has been a certain level of progress since then. There's been an AFK fishing farm just put over there. This hasn't changed much, but Jade did manage to bring back some cows with no help from me whatsoever. Oh, Manji. Manji, you don't know anything about it. Just leave it. Yeah. Okay, good. But most of the work that Jade has done has been over here, where I don't know what this is going to be. She hasn't been online in a bit, but this is a really nice build. It had no input from me whatsoever. I did totally not do about 70% of this. Like this as a whole. Jade, your totally not built by Spade build has a hole in it. I blame you. But this is quite a nice build. Like, I do like this design. I don't know how it's gonna fit into the rest of the base, since it's currently got two colour schemes about 50 blocks apart. But I'm excited to see how she's gonna make it work. I'm not gonna insult her for that because, you know, she's a good player. She'll probably will make it work. But no, this has been Jade's base. There's not really too much going on, but I really appreciate the work that's been put into it. So let's move on to the next space. So here we have our last base, which I have to showcase. It's not the best. I have not saved the best till last. Nor is it terrible. This is not terrible. X is a really good player, and I'm really excited to see what X does with the area. As messy as it might seem now, it's going to look really good in a couple of months' time. You know, if he has time, he really gets on, and he works anything. And when I say anything, You know, he can make diorite look good, and that really says something. That really says something. But no, this is I mean, it's messy. It's hella messy. I mean, you've got an enchantment room which is literally, oh no, yeah, well, it basically is 2 blocks tall. The nether portal, half built out of cobblestone. AFK fish farm, it's got diorite in it. A half finished wooden house, it doesn't really work. I think it's for horses, but it doesn't have a roof or hay bales. It looks bad, but it's gonna be good, and I can tell that. I'm not trying to insult X as I might other people. This is it's bad, but it's gonna be good. I can tell. There's not really much more to look at, really. A lot of the time has been put into the nether herb and nether tunnels, and you know, none of us get paid for YouTube. None of us like have much free time, apart from me, because I've got no life. But all of us have school. You know, none of us get paid for doing this. So I think, you know, in a few months' time, we're going to start seeing some results for our bases, especially X's, Jade's, Manji's. You know, given time, basically all the players on here will create something really nice. But I'm going to head back over to spawn to wrap up this video. So yeah, I'll see you there. So here we are. So here we are, back at spawn. That was a lot longer than I anticipated it being, but that's pretty much everything that's been built so far. Next episode I will be getting ready for Christmas and other festive holidays by basically Christmasifying spawn and other areas such as my shack. But that will be episode 11, releasing in 5 days time, just like usual. But no, this has been episode 10. The shaders will not be a standard. This is basically just for this episode, so I could show it off with a bit more beauty, if you like. But no, this has been episode 10. If you do like Ethereal, then go onto my channel. 1, subscribe to me if you haven't already, and 2, to the right hand side if you're on PC. I'm not sure how it is on mobile, but on the right hand side you'll see a box called the Ethereal Crew. Everyone who makes videos yep Manji, everyone who makes videos will be in there, so you can subscribe to them if you want to, except Manji, because he, as you already know from my incredible lengthy slating of him earlier, he never uploads. Basically, he's lost all willpower. He's dead to all of us. But I hope you have enjoyed the video. It hasn't been too much of a hassle to record, but the amount of effort that's been put into the server so far has been a hassle to do and record. So if you do like the server, the Let's Play, then please do drop a like. And if you've watched this far into the video, then I'd like to personally thank you for patience and putting up with so much of my voice. But no, if you have enjoyed the video, then thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Now I just need to turn these shaders off. Oh god, kids nowadays and their newfangled shaders. What's going to come out next then? Some kind of shaders pack called Super Duper. Eesh.